Hello friends, Jai Swaminarayan. Welcome to our e-learning class. Today we are going to learn grammar. The topic of our class is active and passive form. So first we see the definition of active voice, or what we can say active voice. When the verb speaks of its subject as acting, it is said to be in the active voice. Means verb speaks about its subject and it is acting, it performs as its subject. At that time we can say it is active form. The example of it, he wrote a letter. Now here you can see that he, there is subject, wrote is verb, a letter is object. So here wrote, that is verb, it perform or it speaks about the subject he. That's why we can say it is active form. Here the verb wrote is active. Okay, now just look at the passive form of the same example. And what is the definition of passive form? Let's we see that when the verb speaks of its subject of being acted upon or having something done to it, it is said to be in the passive voice. Means verb speaks of its subject of being acted, means that is not the main subject but it is being acted by the object. That is, we can say it is passive form. So the same example we change into passive voice. A letter was written by him. So you can see some minor change. Subject come to last, object come first. Means here object is a letter that come first here in passive voice. That is a letter. Then we can say that a verb which is middle of that both has remained same here, but some tenses related change. That is here was written by him. So you think that why teacher use here was? Because there is wrote, that is past form of the verb write. That's why I use here was. So that changes you can see after this explanation. And written, that is past form, or we can say past participle PP form of the main verb. And by, that is preposition we use here, and we can say passive preceding. And him, that is the possessive form of he. We use here this minor change. Here the verb was written is the passive. There wrote is active, and now in this passive voice was wrote is passive. Now we see some general rules for changing the voice. The object of the active voice is changed into subject in the passive. Then second, the subject of the active voice is changed into object in the passive preceding by. So here we see that the object of active change into subject in passive voice. Then another thing is the subject of active voice is changed into object. But we do not use only object, it is preceding by. We use their preposition by. Then not that the object is often omitted in the passive. Sometimes what happens that object is not possible there, or object is not there. At that time we do not use by, but still there is possibility of making passive, or it is possible to be a passive form. After the subject, use proper form of be according to the tense and number of the subject. So these things very important here. Why it is important? Because we use be form before the verb, and be form that means is, am, is, are, was, were. This is be forms. So we use these be forms before the verb when we change active into passive. Some example you can see here. Tom killed a snake. A snake was killed by Tom. Then we watched 3 films. 3 films were watched by us. So in these 2 sentences, we can see that in first sentence we use was, that is singular, and here we use were, that is plural. Why we use these things? Because snake, that is singular form, and 3 films, that is here plural. That's why we use proper be form which is suitable in these changes. Okay, now as these rules we learn that first of all in active voice subject verb object, while in passive object verb subject. This is the common things here. Then we learn we use their preceding by preposition, then change be forms. That means we use be form. Let's see friends, in active and passive we always use PP form, past participle form of the verb, and before that we use be forms. In other sentences or in other structure of sentences you cannot see this kind of structure, or you cannot see this kind of sentence in other kind of sentences. In only passive kind of sentence you can see that things, and we use am is according our form. Here killed, that is past, that's why we use was there. And then next example, watch. You can see there watch, that is past form of, that's why we use were here. Otherwise if it is watch, or if it is here kills, at that time we use is or possible are here. Okay, now we see changes according tenses, so you do not confuse in that sense. Now we see transformation of sentences, kind of study table. Here you can learn tenses related changes. Let's we see. Okay, as you know that in tenses we have 12 kind of tenses. So 3 common tenses we know that: present, past and future. That is our common tenses. In that common there is sub tenses are also involved in it. So we see here changes related 4. That means present tense, that is followed by simple continuous perfect and perfect continuous tense. So in your study or in your syllabus or any other way, if there is different kinds of verbs are available or different kinds of verb are there, at that time you may not confuse. That's why the table is here ready. Okay, look, active voice present. We know the common formation. Here we can see structure with example. Subject plus verb in the present. Example, he writes letter. I use same example to complete this table or to complete this tense, because if I use different kinds of example you do not understand. So same example, same verb, you can understand the changes. He writes a letter, then continuous tense. What change are applied here? What kind of changes? See, subject plus am is are. Anyone is available according subject. Am is are plus ing. Example, he is writing a letter. Then perfect tense, subject has, have, then past participle form of the verb. That is, we can say verb 3. Then he has written a letter. Then perfect continuous tense, subject has, have plus been plus ing. He has been writing a letter. Now we see this structure or these examples into passive. You see first it is active voice. Now see passive voice. So which kind of changes are applied you can see here. Look, Present tense, simple tense, subject plus am is are plus past participle form of the verb. Look, then a letter plus is plus written plus by plus him. So here a letter is written by him. Subject is here object. So I write down subject because the main subject is letter here, but it is in active voice object. So you understand that object I do not write here, I write subject because in the formation we can say it is a subject of the verb. So here that is written, then subject plus am is are plus being plus past participle. So look the change here. In a continuous ing form, in place of ing form, we use here being. Compulsory in any kind of verb, we use being before it. And you think that after verb there is ing, what we will do about it? So don't be confused about that. Ing we change into being, and right verb we use here past participle form. As you know that in this voice, passive voice, we compulsory use PP form. Letter is being written by him. Then number 3, perfect tense. Subject has, have, that is we learned. Now look the passive. Subject has, have, been, then PP form. A letter has plus being plus written plus by plus him. A letter has been written by him. Then you can see that perfect continuous tense has no passive. So you can understand it has not changed. It has no passive form. So it is easy for you. Don't change it. Remain it as it is. So you think that if this kind of sentence are possible or are there, what we will do? Don't confuse, don't do anything, just change subject, object, place, and other things remain as it is, or we use by there if there is object followed. If there is object is not followed, don't do anything. So there is no passive available for perfect continuous tense. After present we see past tense. Simple past tense, subject plus verb in the past. Example, he wrote a letter. Then continuous tense means past continuous tense, subject was verb plus ing. He was writing a letter. Then past perfect tense, subject plus had plus past participle form. He had written a letter. Then perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense, subject had been ing. He had been writing a letter. And now you can see active sentences, structure with sentence. Now we see passive voice. Change active into passive with the same example in different structure. Look, we use the structure. I just write down some changes here. Subject plus was, were plus past participle form. Then the example, a letter was written by him. Subject was, were plus being plus past participle form. A letter was being written by him. Then subject plus had plus being plus past participle form. A letter had been written by him. And you can see same present, you can see past tense also not possible, passive voice not possible. In this case, perfect continuous tense is not possible to change into passive. So I write down here no passive. Now you can see the changes that in active voice and we change into passive. Wrote we change into written, and we add here was because it is singular form. A letter is singular form, that's why we use here was. If there is letters, we use were. This is singular plural, you know that things very well, that's why it is easy for you. Okay, the other thing is I use here by and change subject, object, place, possessive form of the possessive form of that he, that the third person of singular. Okay, that is easy. Then verb because of past tense, the same followed by here in continuous. Same things we can see the change here in perfect tense. Which things I add here you can see in this table. Okay, the third tense, that is future tense, we see about it. Simple future tense structure is here subject, will, shall plus root form of the verb. Example, he will write a letter. Now simple future tense change or active voice we can change in passive in simple future tense. Let's see that. Subject plus will, shall plus be plus past participle form of the verb. Here in root form of the verb in place we use here be. Look, a letter will be written by him. We do not change past participle form of the verb. Keep in your mind that things. Then go forward. Continuous tense. Future continuous tense structure subject, will, shall, be plus ing. He will be writing a letter. Now look, in this case in continuous there is not possible to making passive. So I write down here no passive, no change of this tense. Move forward. Perfect tense. Future perfect tense. Subject, will, shall, have, past participle form of the verb. He will have written a letter. So will, you can change will or shall according subject, but have remain as it is. We do not change in that place anything. Passive voice of that tense, subject, will, shall, have, past participle form. A letter will have plus been plus written plus by plus him. A letter will have been written by him. So here will have remain as it is. Look, he and letter change that place. Will and have remain as it is, but I add here been to show that perfect tense. That's why I add here been and return as it is, add passive preceding by. Okay, so the total change is here. Now go ahead. Perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense. Subject, will, shall plus have plus been plus ing. The formation of this tense is two tenses together, like perfect and continuous is together. That things you can observe here. How can you see that thing? Will and shall is here, that shows future. Then ing, that shows continuous, and have been, it shows us perfect. So that's why it is together. Now look, he will have been writing a letter, but there is no passive change or no passive voice of this tense. So we see here rules of tenses, how we can change according tense, or tenses according we can change active into passive. You can see in this study table. After the changes of tenses or related tenses, we see some special notes, means how we change imperatives and interrogative kinds of sentences. Look this. When an imperative command is to be transformed, the form will be. We can say that imperative command we transform into other form. Which kind of formation or structure we can follow, you can see here. Look, we use let first. Let, then subject plus be plus past participle form of the verb. Example, hang him. So now in this sentences, someone give command to someone else, but their subject is not available. Subject is not given because it is imperative kind of sentence, that's why. We use first let. Let him be hanged. So be is compulsory, we use be, and him we put it here in place of subject, and let we use already, and hang, that is verb, change into past participle form of the verb. So in imperative kind of sentencing, sentence start with verb. That things we know already. The next second example of the same, give the order. This is active sentence. Now change into passive. Let the order be given. Let the order be given. You can note down the place of the things. Subject. This is verb and this is object. Object come to subject, and then let, that is place of be we use here, and verb change into verb 3, past participle form. So it is complete here. Imperative change into passive voice. Now go forward, change that interrogative kind of sentences. How can we change this sentence? Means it is question sentences, or we can say questionary. Look, first example, who killed the snake? It is active voice. By whom? In place of whom we use here by whom. Note down this thing, by whom. Was, because of past form, so we use here was the snake killed. So just think or just check the place of the verb, subject and other things. Question mark is important here. So I put as the same at the end of sentence. By whom, and the was because of past form, and to subject, and then the verb. Here no subject because question start with whom. So the answer is here subject. That's why it is not given. As the same other question word or with other question word, WH word, you can follow this pattern. But keep in mind that in all other WH word we do not follow by whom, or we do not follow by. This is for only whom or whose is there, we use that things also. Question word plus auxiliary verb, that is the main verb, and then subject and past participle form of the verb. This is the formation of question or interrogative sentences in passive form. Now we completed here imperative and interrogative sentences. What kind of changes are applied here, you can see in these examples or in some explanation is also. Now one last important things I want to tell you that in your book or in other way, if you face this kind of sentence, what you will do? Look, if there are two objects, at that time you may confuse. So learn it with only one example. Mr. Robert teaches us English. This is active sentence. So now in this sentence, us and English, two objects are here. So you can change by using two object possible, or you can change it by using two object. You can see that examples. English, I use first this English. English is taught to us by Mr. Robert. This is passive. Other formation structure, don't change it. Just look or just concentrate on the two object. I use the second object here, and the same tense remain as it is, by, then subject come to object, that all the things remain as it is. But after verb, we add here other object by using to. Now the next other example, this is maybe easy for you. We are taught English by Mr. Robert. So why are you, how we use when we here? Because us. Here us, that's why we use we, the second object. or the object. We are taught, so are because we, that is plural, are taught English. So the next other object as the same, put it after verb. This is the example of second. Another way you can write down this. According to my learning or according to my reference, you can use the nearer object of the verb, which is like or nearer of the verb. You can use that object in your changes. This is easy for you and this is the good formation of changing it. So friends, today we learn active and passive voice. How we change active into passive by some different rules, by some different kinds of formation of sentences. Okay, if any query, you can comment on our video. Thank you.